The day the revolution came, we attacked and sacked the parochial houses first, knowing them to be the enemy's ears and eyes. My heart was fit to burst with pride and joy in our just cause as humans, equal in everything as we are in flesh. And then we marched upon the palaces, for that is what the archbishops call their residences, and we demanded retribution for their crimes. But seeing no retribution was forthcoming from the devious bastard servants of the Vatican, we exacted the retribution of the people and stripped the fuckers naked and hung them high as befitting their exalted state by their heels from the nearest lamppost or tree. My heart was fit to burst with pride and joy in our just cause as humans, equal in everything as we are in flesh. They squealed like stuck pigs, some screamed, nor did they call upon their God to save them, but seemed irremediably lost, confounded by the pain, a pain that oft times preached about, but never felt, nor ever dreamed they'd feel in their own flesh. Rather was it an instrument for sowing fear among their so-called flock, as if we were sheep. Fear of what would happen were we to dare live by our own lights, take our own counsel, ignoring the siren call of paradise, which invariably seats one at the right hand of their Lord, promising all, but never, ever having to deliver. Fuck the Lord, we are all equal here. He who would be master, let him hang. He who would be a servant, he is a slave already. My heart was fit to burst with pride and joy in our just cause as humans, equal in everything as we are in flesh. The nuncio was intercepted at the airport, his diplomatic bag still intact, about to board a flight to Rome. Such a sweet catch was he. We proved immune to his diplomacy, our ears inured to his threats. His excommunicatory frothing at the mouth had us rolling in the aisles. His belated imprecations to mercy fell on deaf ears. We mulled over having him buggered to death by some paedophile clergy he'd helped hide, or whipped in public with a cat o' nine tails till he expired. Instead, we plumbed for the pyre, poetic justice for the burning times, in remembrance of the murdered millions slaughtered at the hands of Torquemada and his minions of the Sancta Inquisición. Our answer to their burning question, as it were. My heart was fit to burst with pride and joy in our just cause as humans, equal in everything as we are in flesh. The nuncio was afforded a luxury single cell in Mountjoy jail, with the jingle-jangle of the owled triangle as a special dispensation for matins and vespers. We fixed upon the papal cross as the venue for the consummation of the rite, this to placate the Jesuit Opus Dei mob, and passed word round of a papal intercession whereby the nuncio would resurrect himself from the flames as the legendary Phoenix had. But fire being notoriously fickle in these climes, and the weather more so, meant a stay on the traditional burning at the stake. We held a banker's barbecue in its place at the Garden of Remembrance. Anyone with a stake was invited. The wine was free, courtesy of the Provost of Trinity, who graciously donated the contents of his cellar to the Revolution in return for his august head. The Department of Finance was represented by a rotted pancreas in a jar, brought from the College of Surgeons. We roundly cursed that dynasty of traitors now fled to a place they mistakenly think they're safe, living off the riches they've stolen from the people. My heart was fit to burst with pride and joy in our just cause as humans, equal in everything as we are in flesh. Thousands turned up with stakes. The Guinness Book of Records wasn't in it. Every butcher in the city and county was sold out. Even Van Helsing made an appearance, swearing fealty to the revolution in a Wexford accent, wielding a sharpened stake, and with a claymore in his back scabbard. We torched the banks as symbols of our slavery, having first rescued the workers who joined our ranks and emptied the vaults of paper. Coinage, being of some future use, we put aside. Top-ranking officials we took outside and asked them some pertinent questions, those obfuscating or refusing to reply, which proved the majority. We beheaded on the spot with sharpened machetes, and stuck the heads on spikes, slash hooks, umbrellas, to be paraded as a danse macabre before the world's cameras, as a warning of what now happens to traitors, greed merchants, capitalists. For they're the ones who have long robbed us blind, converting our blood, sweat and labour to worthless paper, IOUs, bonds, notes franked with, "We promise to pay the bearer." Their blood ran steaming down the gutters like industrial dye from a chemical spillage. We dipped each brick of notes in the deluge, chanting, "We release thee, O enchanted one, from the materialistic spell that blinded thee to life's wonders, and scattered thine atoms to the universe." The headless torsos we piled high on trailers to be transported to the site of the papal cross, for use as tender in the nuncio's forthcoming transmogrification. The blood-blessed bricks of notes commemorating non-existent bridges we used as fuel for the barbecue, made pretty colours when lit. Again we chanted, "Muerte al FME, death to the ECB, muerte al FME, death to the ECB, muerte al FME, death to the ECB." Their god-awful hegemony of suffering and death we consigned to the ashes. We burnt their banks and incinerated their banknotes. My heart was fit to burst with pride and joy in our just cause as humans, equal in everything as we are in flesh.